Welcome to video 3.4c, altitude of a triangle. In this video, I'll just give the definition and some visuals, and then the next video will deal with the proof. Okay, so off the bat, let's do a definition. If a segment from the vertex of a triangle is perpendicular to the opposite side, or its extension, or forms a right angle, then it is an altitude. Okay, so let me give you three pictures of what can happen here. So the altitude could be inside the triangle, on the triangle, or outside the triangle. So we'll start with this. So here is a triangle, and the altitude could be on the inside, just like that. Notice this segment is not dividing the opposite side into two congruent parts. That would be a median. So the altitude on the inside could look like that. If it's going to be on the triangle, actually either one of these could be an altitude, but I'll just call that one. So this segment is indeed perpendicular to the opposite side, or forms a right angle. So the altitude could be on. And then the last one, the altitude could be outside the triangle. So let me draw this. Okay, so if I'm talking about this vertex, and I want to be perpendicular to the opposite side, what I'm going to have to do is draw the extension here. And then drop this down. And that's the altitude on the outside. Okay, and then the last part here, draw a triangle where the altitude and the median are one and the same segment inside of a triangle. Okay, so clearly this is not a median. This no way is a median. This is not bisecting the side, it's got the extension, so neither of these are going to work. Let's take a look. Well, when in doubt, just try some symmetrical things. Oh, I get an idea. What if we tried the most symmetrical triangle I can think of, an equilateral triangle? All right, so if I took this and went perpendicular, okay, so that's an altitude right there. But that same segment is also a median. It's a median because of the bisecting. It's an altitude because of the perpendicularity. Okay. Well, do you have to be an equilateral triangle, or could it be something else? Oh, let me show you this. Okay. So, once again, because I drew it perpendicular, that's an altitude. Because it divides the opposite side into two congruent segments, that makes it a median. So the segment is both a median and an altitude. What kind of triangle do we call that? Isosceles. So I'll write that down. So for spelling, iso, scales, but with an E. Iso, scales, but with an E. So isosceles. And an isosceles triangle just has at least two congruent sides. So this is going to be very important. Remember that for a future test. Definition of an altitude and some visuals for what they look like.